Hey, it's DJ. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Getting ready for, oh my gosh, the big rush for the next few weeks. For those that celebrate Christmas, maybe those celebrate other holidays are rushing just as much. But I'm here to say, this year, I want you to bag the holidays. Oh no, DJ, you big ogre, you big Grinch that stole Christmas and all the other holidays. No, I want you to B.A.G the holidays. And you can put it in a nice pretty gift bag if you want. So what am I talking about? Well, year after year after year, I've listened to people, I've watched people listen to people go berserko at the holidays. And it's, if you choose to go berserko and you're enjoying berserko and berserko is who you are, yay, go be berserk. It's great. It's aligned, it's authentic. But if you're, and this is what I see, the people who are like, oh my God, I have so much to do, and you're giving up everything that you have in your life that's good to support you, whether it's a therapy session, or it's exercise, or it's eating right, because out there is pulling you and yanking you around, but you say that's not what you want. That's the issue, right? So we have I decided years ago how I want my holidays to be. I love the holidays. I've completely owned them. I've moved away from the things that don't work for me. I've invited the things that do work for me. So that's what I want for you. So when I say bag the holidays, what I'm talking about is setting boundaries. We can also call this balance and boundaries. So boundaries are, where are you in relation to everything that's going on around you, all the demands? How do you set yourself? Where do you end and all the other stuff begins? And how do you know when to move in and move out? Be close. I like to use a hula hoop to show boundaries. This is a little hula hoop. I have bigger hula hoops too, which I hope I don't grow into one. Oh, see, I have to be careful around the holidays. But the boundary, right? What am I letting in close to me? What am I moving away from? And paying attention to that. So you'll see a lot of hula hoops if you stay with me on this series here. How do we know what the right boundary is? Oh, before I go there, I wanted to say healthy boundaries are flexible. We don't decide, I'm never inviting this person to Christmas, or this one to Hanukkah, or this one to whatever, or I'm always going to do that. Boundaries are flexible. We get to decide in any moment, present moment, always present moment, what works and what doesn't work. So we have boundaries. The other thing is balance. And this is my sign for balance all the time. Are we paying attention to what's here? And then are we balancing it with what's there? If I'm going to holiday parties and I'm eating the good food and I like to eat, and the eggnog and the alcohol, what are we doing on this side to counteract that? Otherwise, we got to get bigger hula hoops, right? So the balance, money. Yeah, I like to be generous, but am I taking care of what I need to take care of? So balance and boundaries. How do we know when we're doing that? Because we're paying attention. A is awareness. I will say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that the two most important things are connection to self and present moment. And if you know that, you have the awareness to know balance and boundaries. If Aunt so-and-so invites you to her house and it's like it's not the right time, it's whatever, and you get the phone call, part of you might realize, wow, my heart melts. I'm really happy that Aunt so-and-so called me. But thank you, Aunt so-and-so, for inviting me. I'm just not going to be able to make that work this right now. Maybe we can set up another time. Or you might realize, wow, Aunt so-and-so just called. That's the priority. Oh my God, I'm going to clear my schedule. I only know that because I can be here. My body, if I'm connected to my body, has all the answers. I know when I stop breathing. I know when I pull away. I know when I soften and move towards. I know when my eyes are right here. So awareness, that's how we pay attention to balance and boundaries. This last part, G, can be two things. So I guess if I was really doing this correctly, I'd go BB. We could do that, okay? So we have balance, boundaries, awareness. First G, is generosity. It's the holidays. How can we be generous about who we are? How can we be generous with how other people are? Like, we don't always have to do it our way. Our way isn't always best. You know, the give and take, and recognizing that everybody's out here doing the best they can. And then the other G, gratitude. One of my favorite words, because there's always in our life a place for gratitude, right? Whether, and I'm not insensitive at all, the fact that I get that there's people who don't have enough food. That's where my generosity comes in. That's one of my primary places I donate money. And I get that people don't have a house, but maybe they have shoes. Maybe somebody just put money in gave them a gift card or gave them cash. So the idea that we can be grateful for what we do have and not always seeking, because that seeking comes from a place of scarcity, and we live in a society that wants us to feel that sense of scarcity all the time, because that's what generates dollars. That's what generates us to run to the store and make sure we buy 13 extra 12 packs of toilet paper, and we make sure I better go Christmas shop in July because the supply chain issues and the time of COVID. I better make sure I can get all the things that everybody in my life wants, because it would be horrific if they didn't. That's all scarcity driven. That doesn't come from a place of gratitude, right? So important to just land in your life, land in who you are, land in connection to self and others, and just be grateful for those connections. And you can also be generous. And you know what? Let's add another G, because I'm into G's today. Let's add gentle. How can we gently move through the holiday season? Good, doesn't that? I just breathe. As soon as I say that, I can feel the breath. How do I know that? Because awareness, right? So practice awareness, practice present moment, and B.A.G the holidays. Have a good one. Nice seeing you again.